football night at the Grump, the last Friday night game of this 2007 season. Ashland Clockers in a Tri-Valley League match against the Millis Mohawks. Paul Burke along with Bob Thacker to bring you all of the play-by-play this evening. And it's a crisp night here, and they're forecasting a lot of rain, but not until tomorrow, not like a couple of weeks ago when it was a monsoon kind of condition for that game. But tonight, it's a cool night. Field is in decent condition, and we anticipate a pretty good ball game between these two Tri-Valley League rivals. Ashland coming into the game and probably fairly satisfied. You're never completely satisfied, of course, but probably fairly satisfied with the way the season has gone. Playing some excellent defense and a few shortcomings on offense as they have not been able to score a lot of points. But hopefully they'll find a way to do that here tonight.
I think senior night a big advantage for Ashland. I don't think they want to come out of this game on senior night with a loss. And that might be enough to overcome Millis tonight. Britton.
Dave Britton to kick it off. And it's going to come up to one of the short guys at the 25-yard line. And going to carry it out to about the 37-yard line where it'll be Millis 1st and 10. And I believe that was Nick Hyman, number 2, on the return. So Mohawks will have fair field position to begin this football game.
Clocker defense very, very tough this season. They're 5 wins and 3 losses. I think they have 4 shutouts this season. Shutout Sharon, shutout Weston.
Spot at the 37-yard line.
Shut out the DS Raiders a week ago.
Handoff over left tackle. Quarterback Tim Evans handing off. And carrying the ball was, I believe, Joe Delacamera, number 9. Okay.
Clockers also have a win over Medway this season in the TVL. They lost to Bellingham, they lost to Holliston, and they lost to Medfield.
This is Phil Joya, number 7, to the near side right. We'll see if they throw. Tim Evans calling signals. Evans pitches it back this time, and he's going to be caught. That's number 4, Ryan Tagney, caught right at the line of scrimmage, so it'll be 3rd down. Might have picked up a yard. 3rd down and about 7 from the 40-yard line.
Coming up for the Mohawks. Ball is right on the 50-yard, right on the 40-yard line.
Shotgun.
Delacamera back to throw, rolling to his right, looks, throws it out, and it's going to be incomplete. Back on coverage for Ashland was number 34, Jeff Nealon, so it'll be 4th and long in a punting situation.
I don't know if he threw it away, but that pass had no chance. It was out of bounds.
Right, he threw it out of bounds. Nealon made a dive for it, but it was out of bounds before he got any place near it. So it'll be 3 and out for Millis. And back to receive the punt, number 32 is Matt Henry. And back with, is it Santaski? Santaski. So the snap, and the punt is going to come down to Henry at his own 32-yard line. He bobbles it, and did he fall on it? The ball was loose. I think it's going to be Ashland ball.
That's almost
almost a disaster, but it'll be Ashland ball at their own 29-yard line, 1st and 10.
That was Kyle Daly, of course, 33.
That was 33, I beg your pardon.
The clock is out.
But there's Henry into the backfield now. Clock is very fortunate there. You don't want to give a team that you're favored against any idea that they have a chance.
No. So this first series will be of some import for the Clockers.
Small crowd tonight.
Scoreboard not working. So apparently keeping the time down on the field. Did it just go out? It was working before.
Walker Field plagued with power issues the last few seasons.
Seems that way, doesn't it?
Ancient lighting, ancient scoreboard.
But young announcers.
And the turf, of course, virtually grassless except on the edges.
Kneeling on the handoff to Henry. He's going to dive for about a yard. That'll be it. It'll be 2nd and 9. So Matt Henry gets the first carry of the night. Got a couple of yards on the play, so we'll call it 2nd and 8.
I think I see Jeff Nealon as a wideout 34.
Yeah. He's over there with
another player.
Daly or Henry. Nealon to throw, throws it out. It's complete. And breaking a tackle is number 43, Joe Piccioli. And as you said, coming up big with Moses Lima not in the game, and it looks like it's going to be a first down for Ashland.
Joe was huge last week against the Raiders. Clockers winning 14-0.
So a first down for Ashland. Spot is at the 43-yard line. Chris Nealon coming to the bench to get the plays every time. Derek Santaski to the far side right. And over on this side is number 34, Jeff Nealon. And motion all over the line, flags, and we'll see. False start, I suppose. No, offside. Encroachment, actually, against Millis. So that'll be 5 free ones for Ashland. They came across.
Well, once you commit that violation, you got to start pointing at the offense. It's your only hope.
Your only hope.
And it'll be 5 yards against the defense. It'll be 1st and 4 coming up for the Clockers.
Is this a 2nd down or a 1st down?
Should be 1st down, I believe. And that's going to be close to another 1st down.
Close to a 1st down.
Not measurable, or is it?
I don't know. Apparently it's very close.
It'll be a 2nd down.
It's going to be 2nd down and less than a yard to go for the 1st down.
No measurement. Nope. Far enough away that all parties could agree. Clockers in a good spot to go downfield if they choose. They usually don't, although Coach Deege has really pulled a couple out of the back of the playbook this season.
But it's going to be a handoff to Daly or Henry, but I believe he's got the 1st down, whoever it were. So that was Daly. So they will be moving the chains. It'll be Ashland 1st and 10. And the spot is at the Millis 47-yard line. 47-yard line, 1st and 10. The scoreboard is back on. Says 7:55 to go here in the 1st quarter, and there's no score.
Millis and Ashland, the Mohawks and the Clockers. Clockers in their home blue, Millis in their visiting white. Millis has a new red this year that they're featuring, Paul. It's more of a crimson red rather than the fire engine red they've had for so many years.
Crimson works. That was Karad in motion. Nealon gets it off, and it's going to fall incomplete. Ostensibly intended for Kyle Daly, but it went nowhere. It'll be 2nd and 10. Well, we think we have the stadium clock back in operation. 7:40 to go here in the 1st quarter.
You can't go by that stadium clock now because I notice it's running after the incomplete pass.
Good point.
Chris Nealon did a nice job of avoiding a very good rush by the Mohawks. But the pass was just to space, I guess. No one even turned to help him out.
Santaski and Jeff Nealon, the wides
from the
in this
shotgun
formation out of the shotgun. They hand it off to Kyle Daly. Daly fighting for yardage. He's going to pick up about 7 on the play across the 40 to about the 38, 39-yard line.
Interesting 3rd and possibly 4th down situation coming up.
So Daly with a gain of about 7. It'll be 3rd down and 3.
It'll be 3rd and 3 coming up for the Clockers. Ball is now inside the Millis 40-yard line.
Britton out and Sam Topliff in. And Sam is your center, 56.
Hand off to Pacholi with a lot of room. Pacholi trying to break free, cuts it outside, and he's finally going to be hauled down around the 10. So a big gain for Pacholi and very close to pay dirt. We'll see where the spot is, but it'll be Ashland 1st down. The only question if it's 1st and goal. And it's going to be. I think the spot's going to be around the 7 or 8 yard line. 1st and goal for Ashland.
Joe desperately wanted that touchdown, but give the Mohawks credit. They kept the pursuit up, cornered them, corralled them, and brought them down. Big 30-yard run. Official timeout.
Here to have a timeout on the field.
Or is that a Millis 20? Who cares? 1st and goal, Clockers.
Hand off to Daly. Daly with daylight cuts it outside and in. Touchdown. So with 5:16 to go in the quarter, Ashland jumps out in front 6-0.
Good start. Clockers go 70 yards with 1 penalty thrown in. About 8 plays altogether.
Well, Dave Britton to attempt the extra point. Okay, snap, spot, kick, and it looks good. So
David has shortened his approach. It's a 1 step and kick it.
1 and up.
And it works beautifully.
Well, it was accurate to say the least. It was right down the pipe. So with 5:08 to go, Ashland is in front 7-0.
Official time, of course, kept on the field. But we are in the first period. Ashland and Millis at Harold Grump Walker Field. Last home game for the Clockers in the 2007 season. Millis is a team that gave the Clockers fits in the 80s and 90s, but Clockers have had their way with the Mohawks the last several seasons.
And which have been, difficult seasons for the Clockers. So what can you say about Millis? They must have been real difficult seasons for them.
They won 3 last year, but this year really not too close to winning any games.
Okay, Britton to kick it off. And again, it's a squib kick. It's going to come up short.
Ball's alive, of course,
alive.
after it goes 10.
And it's handled by number 20 down there. That's Ryan Perkins. And he brings it out to about the 37-yard line. So again, Millis will be starting off in decent field position.
It'll be 1st down Millis from their own 48.
That's Justin Karat, number 5, getting the defensive signals. Mike Shayhood is 54. Sam Topliff is 56. Number 71 is Tom Featherstone. 59 is Kyle Smith. 62 is John Slane.
Inside handoff and pretty good yardage across the 45-yard line. The ball carrier was John Duffy, number 5. So Duffy picks up about 8, 2nd and 2. You don't want to let them in the game. Showing wideouts on every play, but have yet to see much action in that regard. So we'll see now, but they hand it off again. And straight ahead play, it's going to go nowhere.
Okay, the third down coming up.
That was Ryan Tagney, number 4 on the carry. So it'll be 3rd and 2.
Ball is on the 45-yard line. Appears to be about a 3rd and 3 coming up for the Millis Mohawks.
Oh, Paul, I got a Matt Henry, number 27. Right? And I got a Matt Henry, number 32 as well. What do you have?
I have 32. That's what I've had.
Who do you have as 27 out there?
Oh, hang on a second. We'll see. Millis needs 2, and Ryan, the quarterback, sneaks, and Evans rather, and he's going to be close. This one may be measurable.
Straight ahead, number 10 for Millis, the ball carrier. Tim Evans. Getting up very close to a first
Must be a
down,
typo.
and it is.
We'll find out. Because 27 is out there in the defensive backfield. And we saw 32 earlier in the offensive
First down,
backfield.
Millis from their own 49
Maybe he
yard
changes his uniform shirt on offense or defense.
That's possible. Could be.
I'll have to watch.
And as the game carries on, it's a Millis 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line, their own 49-yard line. So they have yet to penetrate Ashland territory, but this could be it. We'll see. Tim Evans back to throw. He has time. He throws it out, and it's complete. A nice pass play to John Duffy, number 5. And that's going to carry down to the 31, 32-yard line of Ashland.
Beautiful catch.
Well done.
Over the middle. He went up for it, made the grab, took the hit, held on. 20-yard gain, first down Millis at the Clocker 31.
Inside 3 minutes to go here in the first quarter. Ashland leading 7-0, but Millis is on the march. So this is Phil Joya, number 7. You can see him right down in front of us now. He's been a wide most of the night, although they have not thrown in that direction. Handoff, and this is Tagney again, number 4, Ryan Tagney, and he's going to have about a 5-yard pickup. Maybe a 4-yard pickup, but still 2nd and 6. Ashland is may want to regroup. Because after the first possession for Millis, it was 3 and out, but this one has gone some.
Good quick attack by the Mohawks.
Indeed. Tagney again cuts it outside. Flag thrown on the play. The gain of about 3 to the 25, but we'll see what the penalty is. It's going to be holding against Millis, so that's going to come back. It was the umpire who threw the flag in and threw it in very, very quickly. Very quickly. So
when you're 0-8, you cannot afford any penalties.
No, and that's a big one. I assume they're going to take it. Right, here we go. It's going to be a 10-yard walk-off from the spot. So that's going to bring the ball all the way back to the Ashland 39-yard line, where it's going to be 2nd down and about 17. So 2nd and a poke. Nick Hyman, number 2, is a wide out on the left side, the far side from us. They send Duffy in motion. Back to throw to Tagney. Ball is loose, and it's picked up by Piccioli. Joe Piccioli picks it up. Apparently a complete pass and a fumble. Piccioli picked up the ball and advanced it to about midfield, and it'll be Ashland 1st and 10.
No replay in the TVL, Paul. But they are going to chat about it a little bit.
I will confess I did not see the catching end of the pass.
It's now an
now it's an incompletion. Okay.
I think the refs got confused. They must have thought it was a lateral.
Well, I knew it wasn't a lateral, but I wasn't sure if it was complete. I just didn't see it that clearly. I think I was looking down at my chart, but I would have been very surprised.
No argument from Ashland.
No.
The refs got it right. So there are 2 Matt Henrys, a junior and a senior, 27 the junior, 32 the senior. I feel much better now.
It's good to know.
It's unusual.
Yeah.
I wonder if they're brothers.
You never know.
You know, you get a good name, you stick with it.
I know it. Just like George Foreman and all his sons.
That's right.
Millis showed an unusual formation and called timeout before the play, actually, as they had Nick Hyman in a slot position on the near side right. So I don't think we had seen that formation earlier in this ball game, but an obvious, I guess for them, a passing situation on 3rd down and long. And in any case, they called timeout before the play developed. Thank you.
Well, they got a chance here. You know, they're in a tough down situation, but they are in Ashland territory. They got 2 chances, you know, to get the 16 yards. So you might as well get on the same page now and come up with 2 good plays. I used to like to go no huddle in this situation, you know.
Well, couldn't hurt if you're actually going to run a 4th down play.
Well, you took a timeout. You got time to call 2 plays.
Exactly. So we'll see what they do. They bring Andrew Bosney, number 12, to the near side right, and Hyman is back in that slot. There's a wide out to the far side left as well. Can't see his number, but we'll see what they set up. Ryan to throw, throws it out quickly for Bosney, and it's picked off. It's picked off, and this is going to go
Nealon.
Nealon is caught from behind, of all things, by the quarterback. Tim Evans came across the field and caught Nealon, but I think Nealon was looking for the goal line.
Beautiful pass play, just a little bit too tall. The Millis QB,
Evans.
Timmy Evans, rushed it just a tad, threw it up high, went off the receiver's fingertips into the waiting arms of Jeff Nealon. Clocker's in business just like that.
So they turn it quickly. It's at the Millis 23-yard line, 1st and 10. Chris Nealon over center on the count. And the handoff to Daly. And Daly with a big gain.
Boy, was that a big hole, Paul. That was a fantastic.
He's got it inside the 10, so it's going to be 1st and goal for Ashland once again. And appears to be back at the 8-yard line, which is pretty much where they started 1st and goal when they scored the touchdown a few minutes ago. Down to 1:03 here in the first quarter.
13-yard run by Kyle Daly.
And handoff inside, let's see. Was it Daly again? Was it Daly again? Yes, it was. 33 Daly, right. So it's 2nd and goal now from about the 5.
Second and goal coming up 4 o'clock is from inside the 5-yard line. Followed a 1st and goal, 2nd and goal from the 4.
Santaski and Jeff Nealon. The wideouts. That was Karat dancing around the line. They hand it off again to Kyle Daly, trying to swing outside, but he's going to be swang down on a good defensive play by, I believe, that was John Duffy, number 5.
That's what Duffy had to do. He had to hang on, Paul, or he was going to get in.
He roped him. So it'll be 3rd and goal from the 5.
No gain. Millis defense stiffening down here in what I like to call
the red zone.
Exactly.
Exactly. Thank you.
You're a good learner.
Exactly. Yep, I'm a quick study. 22nd timeout called by the Clockers. I think so. They'll talk this over. It's an interesting situation, though, because is it, do you try twice for the touchdown or do you try a field goal? It would actually be a chip shot, not unlike an extra point.
And with David with a new kicking style tonight.
You never know.
And a very nice extra point already in the books.
Exactly.
See what Coach Deege, I guess a lot depends on what happens here.
They send Jeff Nealon to the far side right. Derek Santaski near side left. Daly is in the slot. Nealon out of the shotgun, hands it off, and it's Let's see who it was, but it goes nowhere.
It was
so
Joe Piccioli,
It was
Paul.
Piccioli, so it will be 4th and
I
goal.
think the high snap took any momentum that play might have had away.
Didn't help.
It delayed it just enough so there was no hole for